Donald Trump frequently asserts that he destroyed ISIS, that, of course, the decision he made to pull U.S. troops from northern Syria was a good one, despite concerns from actual foreign policy experts and generals that ISIS would immediately re-enter and that it would be disastrous for the Kurds. And case in point, we are now learning that ISIS has started to, quote, reassert itself. What a nice word, in both Iraq and Syria. They have a new leader, a former genocider of the Yazidi people. This was based on a report submitted to the United Nations Security Council, and it says that ISIL, as they know it, after losing a bunch of territory, physical territory, has started to reassert itself in the Syrian Arab Republic and in Iraq. They're doing more insurgent attacks. They're calling and planning for breaking out ISIS fighters from detention facilities, exploiting weaknesses in the security environments of both countries, adding, quote, the borders between Iraq and the Syrian Arab Republic remain inadequately secured. This report was based on information from a bunch of different UN member states, and it shows that a lot of those states are assessing that the new leader of ISIS is Amir Muhammad Saeed Abdul Rahman al-Mawla. Al-Mawla. I hope I pronounced that correctly. So there's really nothing surprising here. And to be clear, this doesn't mean that the United States needs to be involved forever. This doesn't mean the United States has a responsibility or a right to be the world's police. It does confirm the absolutely aimless and confused nature of Donald Trump's policy, though. He brags about taking out the leader. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi died in October, but the reality is a new leader just comes in. And in this case, the new leader was literally the second in command to Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Donald Trump insists that everything's all set. He regularly says things at rallies like this, which was back in 2019.
Thanks to the global coalition, including all of you here today, and to our other partners, the ISIS caliphate has been decimated. Nobody thought it was possible to do it this quickly. 3 weeks ago, I was in Iraq, and I was talking to some of our great generals, and I gave them the absolute go-ahead. I said, go at it. How long will it take? Once you get started, he said, sir, 1 week.
Trump claims endless victories then and now and all the time. And yet the actual reports from real people who understand things confirm that ISIS is surging, as was predicted would happen, that ISIS is reasserting. Now, the questions about U.S. foreign policy are far more complex. Just because we could predict that what Donald Trump was doing was going to lead to a resurgence of ISIS, which I've been telling you about for a year at this point or longer, is it the responsibility of the United States to destroy ISIS? I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, we can't be the world's police. We can't just be constantly militarily in endless numbers of countries for indefinite periods of time. On the other hand, ISIS grew in part because of a vacuum that was created by our own foreign policy decisions. So aside from a general philosophy of interventionism versus non-interventionism, there are real questions when we are part of creating a problem. And remember that taking away territory and killing leaders does not root out the ideology, which is much more difficult to fight and something we've spoken to experts about on the program. So this is admittedly complicated stuff. It goes well beyond the capability and knowledge of Donald Trump. But to add to a complicated situation, a clueless and arrogant president is very much the last thing that we need. So the headline, despite Trump's claim that it's all over, we've defeated ISIS, we got this leader, we got that leader, whatever, ISIS is growing once again. They are reasserting themselves. They reportedly have 100 million US dollars in their reserves. And the ideology, most importantly, is very much alive and well. Do you feel like you just don't have enough time to become as intellectually well-rounded as you would like to be, that there are just not enough hours in your week for you to read all of the books that you want to read? One of our sponsors is called Blinkist, and it's an app that lets you consume an entire nonfiction book in 15 minutes. It's only about $8 a month, but you can try it for free for a week and get 25% off a subscription when you go to Blinkist.com/Pakman. What Blinkist does is take thousands of popular nonfiction books and condense them into either text or audio that you can read or listen to in just 15 minutes. And what you get is all of the most important ideas and information from the book. Imagine being able to listen to an entire nonfiction book in the amount of time it takes you to drive or walk home from work. I've just finished listening to Upheaval by Jared Diamond. Jared Diamond, a tremendous author whose work I've previously recommended. Excellent book looking at some of modern history's biggest national crises to figure out how different countries ended up in such precarious situations. Blinkist has totally transformed how I consume information. I love it. Of course, I read a book in its entirety when I can, but there are simply just so many books that I want to read and would not have the time for if it weren't for Blinkist. They have books on politics, economics, philosophy, science, you name it. You can try it out yourself, totally free for a week, and get 25% off if you decide to subscribe just by going to Blinkist.com/Pakman. I've put the link right underneath this video. Like the rest of us, I bet you're going into 2020 thinking about what you didn't get around to in 2019 and your goals for the new year. If you want to work towards being your best self in 2020, understand more about the world around you, and make sure that your time is well spent, then Blinkist is for you.